This is the whole idea. I'm trying to at least be hospitable, if that makes any sense. I probably butchered saying that word. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more NewLands SMP. This is episode 3. If you remember, last time I set up this half boat, basically, is what it's supposed to be, where I'm actually selling all the stuff that I'm actually getting from fishing. I've already got a few things going on in these chests, and apparently people have been buying a few stuff from me, which is actually really nice. So yeah, I'm just checking to see if like anyone else has bought something since I was on here a little bit ago, so it doesn't look like it. Okay, so that's not too bad. So 18 iron, that's more than what I was actually asking for the cells, but you know what, that's fine. I'll gladly take it on. Anyway, what I actually want to do this episode is actually right across from my shop, and what I'm building in this episode may seem counterintuitive considering what my shop actually is. I'm actually going to be building a community fishing hole, because now the reason why I'm doing this, I mean, granted, I do have that shop over there selling all the stuff that I've been getting. I have had a few people come to my house to fish in my fishing hole, and it's not exactly designed to have that many people there all at once. So I actually want to go ahead and fix it. Let me go ahead and put up a couple items, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out my bed so that I can at least sleep through the night if need be. Now, my first order of business, I actually want to go ahead and fill in this bottom area, because I want to decorate this so it looks somewhat nice, and I'm going to get started on that right now, and I'm going to edit this part out because this is going to take a while, and you guys probably don't want to see me digging everything up and placing blocks back in just to decorate the place. So I'll be right back. And ooh, there's a little bit of coal down in here. I'll gladly take that in just a moment. Okay, I am just about done with this part. I just have these 2 buckets left to go. And there we go. The entire fishing hole is actually all completely filled in. As you can tell, what I did is I dug out the bottom of the hole and filled it with gravel, and then filled the edges of this with stone, so it actually looks somewhat like it ought to be, like maybe around an ocean. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but you know what, I'm willing to at least give that a shot. So yeah, there's the actual fishing hole itself done. Now the next step I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and build a little bit of an area for people to be able to sleep if they need to, because otherwise then there's really no point in like being here for an extended period of time. So let's see, if I'm gonna go for, let's see, how many beds did I bring in here? I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beds. I've got 8 beds in here. Okay, so if I go 6, so let me count this out. So, and I just fell in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I go ahead and take out like here and start building right here. So this is where it's going to have a floor going into the next room over. And I'm going to go ahead and place blocks like that. So here's where all the beds are going to end up being, basically. So I think what I'm going to do, actually before I go any further, something I probably should do is I'm actually going to make this place a little bit smaller, or at least I'm going to make it so that the doorway is a little bit smaller is what I'm going for, because I'm going to make it at least a room. I'm not going to make it 100% open, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. See, I'm going to do that. So if I go ahead and place a block here, and I start building blocks out like this to expand this to... I just realized I don't have enough space in my hotbar for all this. So if I go ahead and start digging out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is all going to be for this little sleeping room. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to at least make it so that you have at least some room, and I just realized I'm not going to have enough wood in my hotbar in order to do this, but I do have a lot of logs in the chest, so I should be good there. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to make this a spot for a bed. I'm going to make this right here a spot for a bed. And then I'm going to make... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and let the beds be right next to each other to help me save on space. Is what I'm actually going to end up doing. So if I go ahead and get out 4 beds. So if I go ahead and pull all this stuff and put it back into my inventory. If I pull out 4 beds, 1, 2, 3, 4. And place 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And that should be good. If I do the same thing on the other side, so let me go ahead and pull out my shovel again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where the other side of the beds is going to end up going. So if I go ahead, I don't have enough room in my hotbar again, so let me go ahead and grab the other beds. I'm not going to be using these beds just to go through at least the night if I'm working on this. What I'm actually going to end up doing is probably end up using the bed that I have set up nearby is what I'm probably going to end up doing. So, and I just realized, is this... Actually, yes it is. Okay, good. I was just wondering if I had enough space on this. So let me go ahead and grab my axe, and I should be able to save on at least some wood by doing that. There we go. So this room is going to be specifically so that, as I mentioned, if people decide to come here and they don't have a bed for the night, then they can actually use this. This is the whole idea. I'm trying to at least be hospitable, if that makes any sense. I probably butchered saying that word. But yeah, I'm trying to at least make it usable for the rest of the people on the server. There we go. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut this part out, and I'm going to work on building around the edges. This is probably going to take a while. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I've kind of decided to go for. I've decided what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do something along these lines. I'm actually going to be using glass panes, which I don't normally use glass panes, all things considered. I normally end up using fence posts in order to do the windows, but I decided to do glass panes because I feel like the server members would probably appreciate having glass windows a little bit better. So I'm just going to place a window there. I'm going to place a window right here. And they'll at least be able to see outside. And here's what I've gone for inside the little room right here. I'm just going to simply do this and let it be pretty much enclosed, because then people at least get, I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm giving them at least some privacy. Again, I just said I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, so I actually picked up a little bit of sand from over in the area, like over there, and there's actually a little hole right here which I completely messed up the entire water all the way over there. I'll have to take care of that later and fix that up, but you know what, that's good for right now. Now what I actually want to do, I actually want to go ahead and make a little bit of a roof. And what I'm actually going to do for this is I'm actually going to go ahead and turn all of these logs into planks, and I'm actually going to go ahead and turn maybe about this many into slabs. It seems about right. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of staircases as well, because I want to have like a little bit of a slant. It's not going to be a big slant, all things considered, but it's going to be at least somewhat of a slant. If that makes any sense, probably doesn't. But I at least know what I'm going for. So here's how I'm going to end up doing this. I just realized I need a way to get up too. Alright, that's not too hard to get up. Alright, so here's how I'm going to end up doing this. I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably building out at least like this around the entire edge of the build, and then I'm going to put staircases along the edges to make a little bit of a lip. And I do believe I have, yeah, I at least saved some of the planks that I had, which is good, all things considered. And then here's how I'm going to end up doing this. I'm actually going to end up making the roof out of slabs. That's the entire reason why I made the slabs, is because I want to make the roof out of slabs. And I don't know if it really makes too much of a difference to you guys watching, but I'm going to say this anyway. Something I have recently been trying to do, as you can obviously tell, is actually make it so that I'm actually making a little bit more edits to my videos. I mean, I've gotten a couple people who said that's probably the best thing that I can do, especially on my survival episode where I was traveling through the Nether for half an hour. I could have probably edited a few things out. And I'm actually going to be trying to do that from here on out. And something that I did accidentally in between the last edit that you just saw is that I actually hit the stop recording button instead of hitting the pause button on the recording. It probably doesn't make sense to those of you who don't make YouTube videos, but for those of you who do, especially the rest of the SMP members, yeah, it's really not too huge of a deal, but still it's a bit annoying that I end up doing that. So yeah, so this is what I'm just simply going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and place slabs along the entire top edge of this for at least the roof, because I think that's the best way to do it. Plus, if I do it this way, then that way when I go ahead and light the inside of it, because slabs are transparent blocks, they will let light through. Therefore, I won't need to put torches on the top of this in order to keep mobs from spawning on it. So that's at least one good thing that I'm going to get out of doing it the way I am. So yeah, what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is finish up this part of the roof, or at least the actual roof itself, I should technically say. And I'm actually also going to go ahead and get started on at least the stairs around the edges, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm making more slabs. I ended up running out of slabs twice, and believe it or not, this set of 6 slabs that I just went ahead and made is actually exactly enough in order to actually finish it off. So I couldn't really have planned that any better, even if I had tried. So there we go. So that's the basic build, all completely done as far as the outside is concerned. And yeah, I'd say this place actually looks fairly good. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take these torches out of here, at least out of the corners, and I'm going to space them out a little bit better on the inside of this place. I think maybe if I place this one right there, that works. If I place one right here, that works. So let's see, I skip 2, and or at least 2 from the edge, and I place a torch. So that actually is pretty decent spacing, all things considered. So just go ahead and light the place up, because this place, I want to make sure, for obvious reasons, that it stays fairly well lit, at least at night. And maybe if I go ahead and move these over by one more, I think that might light the place up a little better. So yeah, I think this would actually work a lot better, at least covering us, at least some more of the area on the inside as far as lighting is concerned, if that makes any sense. And yeah, that should just about do it for that. So let's go ahead and do that right there. And now I need to light up the interior of this place, which I think I could probably get away with doing. Actually, you know what? I think I can probably get away with only having 4 torches in here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I can most likely get away with doing that. Now, the last order of business that I want to get done with this place. So yeah, I had to move some of my stuff over because it was in the way of where I was working. So let me go ahead and put up those, because I'm not going to need them. So now what I need to do is go ahead, make myself some more signs, because I want to at least make it clear what this place is. So there we go. So we've got ourselves 4 signs. So I'm going to go ahead and place down right here. Community fishing hole. There we go. And I'm actually going to place in a little bit of a symbol right here. So I'm going to be doing this. And I'm going to go ahead and space this out just a little bit like that to make a little bit of a fishing rod. Because I actually did this on the signpost of my I did this on my signpost for my fishing store. So there we go, we've got that going. And I'd say the inside of it looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and place a sign right here and do something like this. So need a place to sleep for the night. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, do something like this. Come on in, just like that. And I'd say that's probably about it for what I want to do for this place. And again, as I said, this is most likely counterintuitive to the shop that I built over there, but as I said at the start of the episode, there are actually people who have been coming to my house technically earlier today, but I guess you could technically say yesterday, considering that this video goes up the day prior to upload. So take that how you will, but there have been people coming into my place fishing in my fishing hole, and there's not exactly a whole heck of a lot of space in there for as many people as there are on the server, and this should at least help with that. Now I'm actually going to be mainly using my own fishing hole from because it's exactly by my house. I'm actually going to be obviously using it for that reason alone. But other than that, I think this is actually a good place to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more, make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Juice Juice. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.